Hey guys, it's David with Team 4Runner, and today we have our third Gen 4Runner behind us. It's just me, and I'm going to walk you through kind of everything we've done over this past year to it. We've put about 10,000 miles on this truck since we bought it in, I think, February of this year, and we've kind of transformed it a bit, but we have a lot more to do coming up. So I'm going to walk you through what we've done so far and what we're going to be doing to it. So let's get to it. So we've done quite a few mods to this truck, but I'm going to start with the front. First thing you see, the third Gen 4Runner SRQ Satoshi grill. We got this color matched, and we just did the standard mesh on that with the Toyota logo. You can kind of customize it how you want, but this looks factory for us, so we kind of had to do it. So we really like that OEM plus look. So that's what we did there. It's color matched to this, I think this is Desert Dune Metallic, the color. But it looks pretty good, we like it. Next things we're going to be doing, we got some headlights coming up, so stay tuned. I'll show you those in a bit. Up front here, we did replace and kind of punch out a dent here in this plastic part. So we had this painted, but the paint didn't last very long, so car wash took it right off. As you can see, it was new, but not anymore. I kind of smashed the bumper quite a bit on the rocks in Moab this year. We kind of took it all over, so the 10,000 miles, we weren't the nicest to this truck. But going over here, just a little sneak peek. We did do a front skid plate because you kind of have to have a front skid plate on any off-roader. Like, that's a must-have mod. I did build the rear skid plate for it, but we haven't thrown that on or painted that yet. That's just welded up. But this pretty much got us through this entire year. I mean, you don't really need much more than a front skid plate depending on what you're doing, but you can see there's some good scratches, some good hits, and it's held up great. These are coastal off-road weld it yourself skid plates. So we used the welder and just zapped them together. They went together like Legos, so pretty proud of them. This is like my first welding project on my own. I usually have a fabricator with me, but these turned out great for my first project, so I'm pretty stoked. Coming back to the truck, we'll come around the side here. I think in the last video, we went over all the maintenance that we did to this truck, because it was kind of neglected maintenance-wise a little bit. So went through, and Andrew and Isaac kind of went through every maintenance item on this. So done lower ball joints, new suspension, kind of new everything. And so originally this year we put in the Dobinson's IMS suspension kit, and just this week we upgraded to the MRR kit, which is remote reservoir. So it's three-way adjustable, so we get a little bit more tuning ability in the depending on what terrain we're rolling in, and it just rides phenomenal. The IMS rode phenomenal. I think the stock valving on that was great. This truck handles phenomenal. So on just a basic 2-inch lift kit from Dobinson's, and yeah, so we just upgraded. We have probably 50 miles on these shocks so far, but we've had them on some of our other trucks and they're phenomenal. So excited to try them out here. We on the reservoir placement here, that's been kind of a tricky thing when we were installing them, so we kind of put them in the best spot for now, but I think we're going to do some custom mounts, which you'll see later on a final reservoir location to where we can adjust it easily and it stays out of the way of the tire and kind of everything. Up front we did some KMC wheels. These are the KMC Range wheels, and 285 7017 Firestone MT2s. This is one of my favorite wheel tire setups we've had. I love the KMC classic look. There's no bead lock, there's no rock ring. It's just simple, clean, looks kind of OEM. This valve stem, not super fond of the placement of that, but the wheels look phenomenal. So As far as the tires go, I've had Firestones the last 7 years on all of my vehicles, and same with Isaac. They are phenomenal. We have 10,000 miles on this set so far. They look pretty much brand new. We've definitely burned them in, and that was in Sand Hollow. We pretty much use and abuse these tires, so they've been holding up great. We don't run a spare on this truck, so what we have is kind of what we have on the trail. We have no issue not running a spare, so I wouldn't recommend it, but for us, it works out really well and keeps the weight down and keeps us driving like an OEM truck, which, you know, that's kind of the idea behind these things. When you modify them so much, they kind of become a pain in the ass to drive, so just having it like factory, but better is ideal. So moving along to the side here, we did a window tint. I don't know if Isaac touched on that in the last video, but that was something you kind of have to do with any truck. You got to do a nice dark tint, or, you know, I think it's 3M ceramic, so it's good for dogs, good for, you know, all the heat resistant capabilities, and pretty stoked on that. That turned out awesome. And then up here we did the Sherpa Matterhorn Sport Rack, I believe. We've had Sherpa racks on all of our vehicles, and you can't beat them. It's clean look. When you want to throw something up there, it always works. We usually just keep this one really light. That's why we went with the sport rack rather than their full height rack, or their thicker material rack, I guess. And yeah, this one's great. It's got all the crossbars, so we can mount max tracks or a cargo box or whatever we need. So yeah, in the back we did the Davidson's MRRs as well, and some 2-inch lift coils from Davidson's, and great, no issues. So this is all new suspension on it as of this week, but it's just the remote reservoir version of what we had before. So nothing really changed, just other than more adjustability, which we're stoked for. So as far as the rest of the plans for this vehicle, we've just been driving it. So this year it was kind of just, hey, let's get out there, go on trips, see what you can do in a stock plus 3rd gen 4Runner, and you would be amazed at where you can take these things. We did Moab Rim, we did the chute in Sand Hollow. We've kind of taken this everywhere, and it just keeps going, no problem. So taking it down to Flagstaff, yeah, just keeps going, no issues, and we're stoked. As far as next year's plans, we got a lot of big plans for this thing. You don't see them here, but some bigger 35-inch Firestone tires. We might be doing a slight firewall tub, maybe more than slight, but that should be quite the project when we start tackling that and cutting up this gorgeous truck. We're trying to prolong that though. That just is so perfect as is. It's kind of hard to want to go to 35s right now. So, but we have them. We're ready to go, and we have all of the supporting mods for it. So we got to finish up the skid plates. So I'll be painting this here this week, get them on, putting the front back on. We're going to start welding our gas tank skid. As you can see, we kind of took quite a hit here on the front of our gas tank, just down here. Took a good hit there, so definitely got to get the gas tank skid on there so we don't have a hole in our gas tank. Wouldn't want that to happen next year on the trail. But we've been rocking no sliders on this truck all year. So we have a set of coastal off-road rock sliders, the kick out with top plates that we're gonna toss on this. So those will be super strong. We're really stoked about that. I mean, you can see the side, look at these legs there. I mean, that's 1/4 inch thick, or quarter wall. I mean, they're not messing around though. So this truck should be able to take some real abuse here coming up. Moving forward, we have a rear high clearance bumper from Coastal Off-Road that I got to weld together. We've been rocking the stock rear with a hitch, and it's been holding up, but the hitch has kind of been, the hitch has been holding us up in some areas. So when you're at a steep angle, it kind of just gets hung up and you can't really climb, or what have you. So getting a high clearance rear bumper on there with the built-in hitch, we're pretty stoked about that. This is going to be a non-swing out bumper, so no swing out. We're keeping weight down. We really like just being able to access the back hatch like a normal car, so that's a big thing for us. And swing outs are, over the years we've had them on other vehicles. They've been kind of annoying, so we're going with the non-swing out this time. Moving forward, we have a high clearance closed top front bumper from Coastal Off-Road, so a big pile of parts there, so that'll be a big fun puzzle to put together here coming up. But we have some custom light cutouts in there for some Baja Designs lights. So if you don't know this, Coastal will, depending on your light setup, they will pick and choose what cutouts you want in your side wings and that type of thing. So you can really dial in the bumper to exactly how you want, which is something I really like about them. So we're gonna do some flush mount Bajas in that bumper. Nice winch, probably a come up or something. So that'll look good. And then moving over here, we have a lot more parts for this truck. We just keep piling parts. So next year, you will see a lot of this go on. Shoot though. So right here, the old steering wheel is trashed. So we picked up an MPI quick release steering wheel. So this will go on, be quick release. We have an NRG hub for it. So that'll be super nice. Then we have some custom SRQ headlights. These are super nice because they're backlit with the switchback. So this will be our turn signal now. Rather than our turn signal being down here, it'll be up here, kind of in the back there. And then it's normally just white. And then when you hit the turn signal, it'll flash amber. So super cool. Yeah, kind of just modernizing the look of this car. You really, they don't need much, you know? So we went with an OEM style here, just more modern, more function, keeping it clean. Down here, we've been stacking parts. So we have gears and ARV lockers, front and rear. This is actually already rear locked from the factory, as mentioned in some of our previous videos, but we have a 9.5 ARV rear locker for maybe a custom axle build in the future. So if you've been following the industry, over the summer, SPC Performance came out with a new sealed ball joint. So we swapped out our previous ball joints to the new sealed ball joint that's in there, and you'll notice that they're the new generation because they have a black top to them instead of silver. So super interesting. We haven't had any issues with these new ball joints. I know SPC did have some premature failure of them before, but I reached out under warranty, had no issues getting a new set, sent out the new sealed ball joints, and they are phenomenal. We've literally jumped this truck and they've held up just fine. So really stoked on those. That's been another update recently. But yeah, Firestone tires have been great. No issues, no cuts, no tears, nothing. So this truck, I don't know, they just keep going. It's kind of uneventful how they never break or do anything. So I'm excited to keep modding it. I know Isaac is too. I know Andrew is as well. So stay tuned for the next video and maybe we'll be welding some of these parts up. Thanks for watching.